You can shake up the holiday with a themed Thanksgiving this year. Café Riggs at Riggs, Washington, D.C. is offering a French twist on the classic Thanksgiving dinner.
So here to tell us all about it is Café Riggs Chef de Cuisine James Thomas. Welcome.
Thank you so much.
Good to have you. All right, what is this French twist we're getting on Thanksgiving? We always want to mix it up a little bit, right?
Well, yeah, I think so. My favorite thing about Thanksgiving, especially coming from a mixed household, my family's French-American, is that blending of cultures. I think that's the most important thing, you know?
For sure.
The kind of not the appropriation, but the aggregation of all this kind of different cooking styles.
You can have some
together.
of the traditional and then kind of mix in some. Okay.
So for us, we kind of gussy up some traditional Thanksgiving dishes by braising the thighs and then taking that jus and reducing it down, and that's how we make our gravy.
Okay.
We use foie gras in our stuffing for a little bit extra.
Of course you do. That is extra.
Because why not?
Yeah.
Definitely extra. And of course, French onion soup is probably the best starter that you could possibly hope for. So.
All right, so what do we, is that the turkey there?
So this is the turkey breast, which we roast, we tie it, brine it, dry brine it, and it's my secret trick for chefs at home is, you know, you can spend all the time brining and all that stuff if you want to, but a little bit of salt, a little bit of seasoning on the outside, let it sit and dry on the outside in the refrigerator for a little bit, and get crispy skin, nice flavor, stays juicy.
Okay.
Wait a second, one more time. To get the crispy skin, I need to know this.
So,
I know, right?
there are two things you can do. You loosen up the skin and put a little bit of butter underneath and smut it around, and then season the outside and let it actually dry out a little bit.
Okay.
It retains the moisture much better, and you render the skin from both sides.
Dry it out in the fridge, though. I want to make sure it goes in the fridge.
Yeah.
Overnight. Oh, okay.
Overnight.
And then it gets that crispiness.
And then it gets that crispy skin.
Okay, so it's not so much about how long you cook it, it's how you prepare it.
Exactly.
Oh, I'm learning.
And
Great
then
tip.
also a little bit of foil tent at the end, last hour.
Okay.
Change the world.
Okay.
All right.
So,
We're getting
yeah, here's the dangerous
fancy in
part.
here again. Okay.
Ooh, get that
The reason we all become chefs to play with fire.
Yeah. Look at that beautiful crisp right there. That's how you do it. Wow,
I don't recommend anyone doing this at home. But
Okay.
No, that's why we come to you.
That's right.
Perfect.
Or just we broil it in our ovens, but that's how you get the nice crisp there. So, do you have any good tips for a good French onion soup?
Yeah.
So I would say that the important part is your beef broth to start with. You need to get some good bones, cook them down so that the marrow starts to really come out of the ends, and that's how you get that really, really rich flavor.
So not beef broth out of a can.
Definitely not.
Skimp. Yeah.
Definitely
Oops.
not.
Yep. Okay, you got me. But
Yeah.
okay, so where can you get those?
So you can go to a local
Go to a
butcher.
butcher. Okay.
Just ask for some bones. Doesn't
Okay.
have to be any specific kind of bone. I like using veal hock bones, kind of like the joint bone. Lots
Okay.
of fat, lots of rich flavor.
Great
Don't be
tip.
afraid of the fat. It's good for you.
One thing I like about French cooking is you guys use a lot of butter,
Yes.
right? That's a great part
Makes
of it.
everything taste better.
Kind of don't
What?
want to admit how much there is.
But that's why it tastes great.
We don't need to know.
Yeah.
We just know it
we didn't
tastes
ask
good.
how much. Just
And so you've got the thighs and everything there, the breast. Are you using all of the turkey for
We
Thanksgiving?
use absolutely everything.
Okay.
So we break down the whole bird, braise the thighs, take the breast, and then we use the bones for stock, and that's how we start our gravy. We use the giblets, the livers, the neck, all in that to produce a little bit more flavor. And I like to take the livers and use that fat along with the foie gras and the stuffing because it just gives it so much more flavor.
yeah. So don't be afraid to use all parts. It really just
Absolutely
adds to the
not.
flavor.
You know,
Yeah.
it's kind of a staple of most traditional cuisine is that you don't want to waste anything. You know, I've worked in a couple of different cuisines and across Asian, Latin American, French, African, whatever it is.
Yeah.
You use every last little bit. You know.
All
whether
right.
it's-
So people can go to
Go for
Café
it.
Riggs this Thanksgiving, and what are they going to get?
So this Thanksgiving at Café Riggs, we have a holiday menu.
Okay.
You could say. We start with a couple of salads. I think my highlight would be the quinoa and roasted delicata squash salad. It's actually quite excellent. Obviously French onion soup.
I'll have that.
The main is kind of the centerpiece here, which is this turkey arrangement that we have, and then for dessert, apple crumble and pumpkin pie.
Perfect.
Sounds amazing. Thank you so
That
much.
stuffing's delicious,
Absolutely.
Chef.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Thank you for being here. And
100%.
for more information on Thanksgiving dinner at Café Riggs, visit riggsdc.com and follow them at Café Riggs on Instagram.